Da 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 da. Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and well, that's pretty much it. So let's go.
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. What?
Almost every week.
Almost every week. And this week, this is our 400th episode of the podcast. You know, we started this back in July of 2016, and we're 400 episodes deep. And this week we decided to go way back and redo a record we did on the very, very first episode of this podcast, and that is A Day to Remember and their record Homesick. And so yeah, that's what we're doing this week. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, tell all your friends. All the social media is at Asinine Radio as well. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. So yes, Homesick from A Day to Remember. That's what we did on the first episode. We have never revisited this record or this band on the podcast since then, which is pretty crazy because you fucking love this band.
I do.
So it is weird that we've never ever gone back and done this record at all. But yeah, 400 episodes. That's fucking insane. Who would have thought when we started this shit in July of 2016 that we get 400 episodes? We'd be this far into this fucking podcast. It's nuts. Fucking nuts.
I mean, like that first episode too. That was
it was terrible.
So technically, we thought we were gonna do an episode, and I brought Homesick, and then you brought self-entitled Blink record, and we thought we were gonna talk about both and dive deep into them in like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and that was a train wreck of things and thoughts.
That was the premise for like the first 5 episodes. We each brought an album to the podcast, and we listened to each of us listened to the record that we brought to the album for the week. And then, yeah, we talked about it. We tried to break it down, but it was very lackluster and stupid. And we never got into the lyrics.
Yeah. It was based off of memory, really. And then
yes.
The other thing, too, we used to do is we both, the whole thing, we bring like new music to the pod. But at the time, we were doing like I would bring, you brought like Tiger Army. And then I was expected to listen to all of Tiger Army's records.
That's right.
And I brought like something, and you were expected to listen to every single one of those fucking records. Like, dude,
right.
Come on. What the fuck is
stupid.
this? It's a full-time job.
Mind you, that's essentially what we do now. But, you know, because we still, I mean, now at this point, we rank we rank all the records. So it's kind of the same thing. But back then, it was way too much.
Yeah.
And it fell apart.
2 albums of the week in one episode, plus, like, I don't know. That's too much.
Plus, like, on top of that, all of the beer talk we did, because we did a lot more beer talk at the time. We did, music news and new songs that came out. So, I mean, we were doing a lot more, but the episodes were only like, in the end, they were only like an hour long, maybe an hour 15. And it was a mess. And those episodes will never be heard again. They're long gone from the internet.
You still have them,
not permanent. I still have them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all on my hard drive. They all still
Skip
exist.
wants to listen to it. He can just ask, and you'll send it to him.
It's so embarrassing. It's so bad, dude. And we didn't even
share
have
a mic.
We shared a mic. Yeah, we had one of those old snowball mics, and we put it right in the middle of the table, and it was a really loud table too. Remember those plastic tables? Really fucking loud. And
because the mic was in the middle of the table, we had to like stare at each other the entire time.
And we had to be so close to each other for the mics to even pick us up. So yeah, it was.
It's
it was
like
bad.
Yeah, it's like when there's a big fight, right? Like Tyson versus fucking Jake Paul, whatever. Like that title card where it shows like their faces super close together. Like that's what it looked like when we were potting.
Yeah, and we used that snowball mic for like maybe the first 15 episodes or something, and then we bought some like proper mics, which we've subsequently upgraded over the years. But
did you know they're gonna fight Mike Tyson and one of the Paul brothers?
Yeah,
Jake Paul.
Yeah,
that's. I'm gonna pay-per-view the shit out of that.
No, come on, guy. You gotta pay.
Why would you not?
Because it's an exhibition fight. It's not, dude. He's
twice
there's no refs.
There's no refs. The time limit's a little bit shorter. They get heavier fucking boxing gloves, and nobody wins unless it's like by a knockout. Like
But you know Tyson's not going to go full Tyson.
Bro, Tyson's no. You're basically paying $60 to watch a guy kill somebody else. I'm 100% going to pay for this.
Have you seen the videos of Tyson recently of him practicing?
Yeah.
With just he's just the bag.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Or with the sparring partner too. It's insane.
And there's one where he's wearing like a long shirt and it looks like he's nothing underneath that shirt, but
he's like panties on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like Tyson's a guy that like had said over the years that he doesn't like fighting because it turns him into this monster and he can't control himself.
Yeah, he like blacks
Jake
out
Paul's
when
just,
he fights.
Jake Paul's just a guy that like paid a lot of money to take like boxing classes. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna pay $60 to watch a kid get beat to death. Like that's what you're paying for. Of course I'm gonna buy it.
When is that fight, by the way? I don't even know.
I think it's this year sometime.
Well, yeah, it's this year, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We're getting into okay, yeah, 400th episode, Asinine Radio. When we used to be called Caviar and Cigarettes. That used to be the name of the podcast.
That is true.
And then we changed the podcast name, I think, around episode 40 or something like that, 30 or 40, to Asinine Radio. So like really throwing it back. What?
Why did we change it? Do you remember?
I don't know. I think we wanted to make it so like when people search for like music podcasts, they were more likely to listen to like a name called Asinine Radio than Caviar and Cigarettes. Because remember we were just going to call it Asinine. That's what we were going to name the pod. We were going to change it to Asinine. And we thought, oh, maybe it would sound better when people looked it up if it said radio or if it said something like broadcasting, like wise. So that we change it from Caviar and Cigarettes to Asinine Radio.
It was just good strategery. I get it.
I mean, yeah, it's worked. It's worked over. Also, the quality of the podcast has risen significantly since, I don't know, since a long time ago.
That's what made us millions. It was good strategery.
Yes,
I get it.
Yes, exactly. So, Homesick from A Day to Remember. Let's get into our origin story of A Day to Remember, and then we'll get into the first thoughts and then break it down. So, what do you got?
So my true origin story is just high school. Like A Day to Remember was a thing in high school. It didn't hit as hard at Esperanza as it probably did the closer you got to Florida. Like Esperanza was very good, like a regional subset of metalcore, especially like OC hardcore. Like we pride ourselves on the OC hardcore scene, and that's fine. But A Day to Remember was still there. But like my true like origin story with A Day to Remember is like post high school. Like when this album came out, there was a lot of lead up to this. People were excited. I remember distinctively, like Charla, Brian, like partying at that house. Dude, we fucking listened to a lot of A Day to Remember. The party house.
Yeah.
That party house was something else.
It was fun.
Memories were made there. I don't know how anybody ever got home from that house. Like how the fuck did anybody ever get home?
I did walk home once from that house. It was a long walk.
That's a lot. But you can kind of cut across RDO, right? That little bike path right there.
No, I didn't. I just took Yorba Linda Boulevard all the way up to Kellogg, and then I walked back to my house. Yeah.
Honestly,
took
though,
me
I don't know how
an hour and a half.
I do remember like I spent the night at that house several times. I think I spent the night in the backyard once too. But
that house, we're talking about the one in Yorba Linda that Kevin used to.
RDO. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like that era is why I like Homesick so much, is because like that is what I have nostalgia with, is like some of the coolest things happened at that house. Like it was just I don't know, it was just fun times. We weren't
so much
21
fun.
Then we were still kind of like coming of age type of thing.
Yeah.
But everybody felt like we all knew each other. We were all comfortable with each other. We were all friends. And when somebody brought somebody new in, it was kind of like, oh, I like you already because like Angel brought you, or because like Charlotte brought you, or because like Brian, right? They were all just really close.
Yeah. For like it was like over a year where every Friday, Saturday night, like probably 40, 50 plus people would show up at the house, and it would just be a rager. It was
but never once was there like a fight. Never once like did things get broken. Like no one died. Nobody OD'd.
You couldn't break anything because the house was always under renovation.
Yeah, there was nothing fucking there.
There was that like halfway point during that period, they completely took the sink out for a renovation. So the only sink in the whole bottom floor of the house was in the bathroom. So that was it. Like it was just, it was funny. Like as the time went on, like more and more things started disappearing from the house because of the renovation, and the parties just got more and more wild.
Well,
as time went on,
like at some point, do you remember too that we were just looking at studs? There was no drywall.
Yeah.
It was just
There's
studs.
no drywall. Yeah.
Like you could see through like the kitchen wall into like the dining room where everybody play beer pong and shit.
And then they ripped up all the floor. And then
it was just concrete. It was a slab.
Yeah,
that was
the whole
best.
bottom floor.
That was the best because it was just like you could be anywhere downstairs. I don't even know if it was a 2-story house.
It was 2-story, yeah.
Like
but nobody ever was allowed upstairs.
I don't think I ever went upstairs, to be honest, either. I always peed outside, to be honest, too. I never use that bathroom.
I mean, yeah.
But like, I know that's where like my true origin story with Homesick comes into play, because it was like that era, and those were some like good times, and so like it hits the nostalgia chord, but then also like that's when Homesick finally clicked, and then it go like bleeding into the condo where I moved in with Kevin and Ryan. We listened to a lot of like Homesick and Day to Remember, and just a lot of music in general. But Homesick was always like the one that we came to terms on. Like, oh, you listen to like, this nah. Like Homesick, yeah, put it on. And so I don't know. Like it just, I guess it's a growing up.
It's a nostalgic record.
It really is just like growing up, and then Homesick, and it's fine.
Late teens, especially early 20s. I get it. The nostalgia is super fucking strong for you. But I mean, for me, the first time I remember listening to them in passing, like at the parties and things like that. But I never listened to a full record. It was only whenever you guys listened to it that I ever heard it. And I never really cared. And then the first time I heard it was when we did this on the podcast in 2016. And I heard Homesick for the first time. And then I listened to Bad Vibrations. And I mean, Homesick was fine at the time. That 2016 is the first time I ever heard it. It was fine. It was okay. And I think I even talked about that on that first episode of the podcast. But I've never revisited this band, honestly, since then. Outside of, no, I take it back. I listened to You're Welcome when it came out because you told me it was so bad. So yeah, in 2021, I did listen to that record just to hear how bad it was. But otherwise, no, I mean, really 2016 and then this week, or the last 2 weeks, I should say. I don't listen to this band. They're not my thing. Let's just say that they're not bad by any means. Or this record is not bad.
It should be your thing, though. Dude, you love metalcore and you like bad metalcore.
I don't love metalcore.
And this is like good metalcore, and this is also good like pop punk.
Dude, it's mid tier metalcore. It's mid tier metalcore. Who's
like top tier metalcore?
I mean, if we're talking like
Cave,
like we're going like 90s. We're talking about like Cave In. We're going like.
Dude.
Early 2000s, we're talking Atreyu, Bleeding Through, Death by Stereo.
Bleeding Through is not
18
top tier.
Visions.
Bleeding Through is not top tier metalcore. It's not.
Even Killswitch, like the first 3 Killswitch records, way better than Homesick.
Well,
way better than Homesick.
I mean, it's metalcore. That's metalcore.
Once again,
through.
That's what I'm saying.
But Bleeding Through is not top tier metalcore.
Oh God,
it's not. That's silly boy talk.
Okay, fine. At least I'll give you. I'll respect your opinion because I know you've listened to all of their records because you were forced to listen to all of their records. So I'll accept that. You're wrong, but I'll accept it.
Bleeding Through is like, they're lucky if they're B team. Lucky.
Okay.
Keep going. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, so let's get into our, I guess, what are your initial thoughts on Homesick?
I never get tired of this record. I really don't. And I think this record is it gets better with age because you realize just how naive these guys were as they were writing this, but also just how like innovative they were at changing the scene around them, at coming from nothing and becoming something again. I love this band, but these guys have no right to be selling out the venues that they do based off of this. It's fucking silly. It is fucking silly to me. And I respect the hustle, man. Over, like Weezer says, I respect the hustle. Can't knock the hustle. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Yeah, can't do it, won't do it. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, my initial thoughts. I think it's a good record. This is a good record. I have no stinkers on this one. I got 6 bangers. I got a couple
That's it?
songs. Dude, come on.
There's
Come
12
on.
songs.
I know.
Where are the other 6?
They're either filler or they're just okay songs. This record is not perfect. Just saying that up front. This record is not perfect. It's fun.
That's wrong.
It's fun. It's good. I had some good laughs when I listened to it. You know, some of the breakdowns.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Exactly. I literally wrote that down in my notes.
Fucking
like some
amazing.
Some of the shit in the breakdowns are just so they're just so over the top of the scene where I would laugh at any band that does that. At Bleeding Through, at fucking 18 Visions, or any of them, throw it at any of them. I would laugh at that too, because it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
But like, you do understand they did that as a fucking joke. They thought it was so funny.
That's fine. They might have, but
no, they 100% did. And like when they play live, they laugh, and Jeremy giggles, and he knows it's all coming out, and he knows like that part's coming up soon. And so he'll find like the goofiest looking person in the crowd, or like the youngest person, like the most kid looking person in the crowd, and he'll shove the mic in their face, and they go, "Disrespect your surroundings," and then everybody goes like crazy for it. Like, dude, they are 100% self-aware. They think this is so fun, and they are 100% just happy to be here.
I feel like that only works if the entire thing is making fun of itself. Like if it's all 100% serious, it's just dumb. If they only pick and choose like where they're going to throw that,
they're never serious.
But a lot of their music is a little bit more serious.
Not at all.
Come on, guy. Come on.
Not at all. None of this is serious.
Okay. All right.
Everything here is done like tongue in cheek. Like nothing is serious.
Still, and if it's done in tongue in cheek, what? Okay, fine. What lyrically, whatever. You know, musically, I don't feel like they are the best at anything. Like I mentioned in the rankings, they're good at a lot. They're good at almost everything that they do on this record. They're good at it, but they're not great at anything. Everything is, to me, is very mid-level. I mean, when it comes to the guitars, it's a lot of just kind of, there's some cool riffage here and there, but overall it's just a lot of the same kind of stuff, the same type of structures, the same type of, just the guitars are just playing a lot of the same things. There's not a lot of leads and rhythms. There's some, but not a lot of them. The bass is almost non-existent, which is fine. Metalcore is not known for their bass players really. Drumming, it's a little lackluster, especially throwing it up against a lot of the bigger metalcore bands. I don't feel like his drumming is good. It's fine, but it's not, there's nothing that sets him apart from other drummers of the scene. And I'm not just talking about Derek from Bleeding Through, like, guys from Death by Stereo, from Brandon.
But he
from
can do
Atreyu.
Anything that they can do. He can do all of it. What
but
do you
he
want?
doesn't
like hard,
do it.
like fast,
but he doesn't do
like
it.
aggressive shit. Yes, he does. He does it in this record. He does it in all the fucking records.
But you're talking about tempos. I'm talking about just actual drum parts. There's nothing that really stands out.
He does. He knows how to write good drum parts. He knows how to write good songs. And he knows how to play to these songs. These are joke songs. Like none of this is fucking serious. And this band kind of falls in the same category as like Primus. Like Primus isn't like a great metal band. Primus isn't like a great alternative band. Like what the fuck is Primus? I don't know. I can't classify them. That's like A Day to Remember. No, they're not a great pop punk band because they're too aggressive sometimes. They're too silly. Like some of this stuff doesn't make any fucking sense. And no, they're not a great metalcore band because they don't play as this or X or Y as other metalcore bands do. Yeah. There's something on their own. There's something very, very unique. Nobody did this shit.
Okay.
Nobody did this stuff back in the day. Nobody.
That's another thing I want to talk about. Now everybody does
it, but nobody did this.
What, mix pop punk with metal? With like metal?
Perfectly mixed pop punk.
Or instead of having like the big soaring choruses, they go into like a pop punk thing. Which,
but that's not just what they did. Like, yes,
that's a lot of.
A Day to Remember does have really good choruses. But he can also go from, in the same chorus, he can go from growly metalcore stuff, slow and chuggy, and in the same chorus, go into nasally, like NFG fucking...
Yeah, which is cool.
Vocals. Even like Newfound Glory never did stuff like this. And that's why like Chad is like this is one of his favorite things he's ever done. And like older interviews that he's done, he said, I fucking love working with Day to Remember because this is what I envision like Newfound Glory to be if we weren't like the forefront in like easy core sound.
Well, I mean, also Newfound Glory put out the band International Superstars of Hardcore. those records are fucking so good. Like
They're not that great.
That
They're
in
fun,
comparison
but they're not
to
that
a lot
great.
of A Day to Remember,
That's
a lot of it's better because it is more over the top. It's more fun. When you hear A Day to Remember, you think like, okay, these guys, yes, I understand they're self-aware, but they still take themselves a lot more seriously than a band like the side band that Newfound Glory is with international superstars.
That shit is not as good as this. It's just
still
not.
fucking really good.
The songwriting is really good. It's fun because like, oh, that's a side project of NFG. That's cute. It's fun. And yeah, like Newfound Glory has a lot of like really, really cool breakdowns in their songs, but it's still just like pop punky stuff. They never get into it.
And that's fine.
Remember, dude, nobody was doing this. Like this is uncharted territory. They are paving a way for a new generation of Warped Tour. They really were. Like all the bands that I love, Carousel Kings, fucking Chunk, No Captain Chunk. Actually, Chunk, No Captain Chunk, that was the band on our first episode. I think I made you listen to like fucking 14 fucking records, right?
No, it wasn't 14, but it was
like 4 or 5 records.
Yeah, it was a few records.
Yeah, see? Yeah, so like all of that sound, that specific like pop punky, and then like also like metalcore sound, like that did not exist before A Day to Remember. I mean, it probably existed, but like A Day to Remember really propped it up and showed the fucking world like this is what you can do if you love Blink and you also love Slayer and you also love like Throwdown and you also love all this. What are you talking about, dude? Tom Denny's a fucking amazing metal guitarist, and you said like there's no lead parts. Are you fucking high? Did you listen to this record? Are you good? You're wild.
Tom Denny, he's good.
You're wild.
Once again, he's good, but he doesn't do anything that sets him apart from other bands in the genre or other songs in the genre. It doesn't.
Tom Denny's literally the metal version of Tom DeLonge. All of his parts here are exactly like Tom DeLonge, just metal versions of them.
Dude, that is so stupid.
No, it's not at all.
So dumb.
How is it dumb? Because I've track after track after track of proof that he's literally a Tom DeLonge version of metal. Like that's what he does.
Dude,
tell me how he's not. Tell me how he's not.
He's because he's writing big metal riffs. He's not writing sing-songy lullaby choruses.
Guitar-wise, baby boy,
yes,
guitar-wise.
Exactly.
He's doing the same thing Tom does.
He's not doing the same thing. No,
he has busy lead guitar parts underneath choruses in the verses.
But they're not
even in
melodic.
The downfalls of all the doo-doo. That's fucking Tom DeLonge shit, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
But when it comes to the lead and melodies and stuff, no. They don't even compare.
Dude, Have Faith in Me is straight a fucking pop punk like Tom DeLonge song. That's Anthem Part 2. That's where they took that from. Like,
but we also know Blink they are the kings of pop punk. Like you can't even
never said they weren't. Never said they weren't.
So anything other than Blink is just going to be not as good. Like there's even like the better of the pop punk bands like Newfound Glory or early Sum 41, they pale in comparison to Blink. Like
I don't
Blink
think Newfound Glory is
pop
even a
punk
great pop punk band. I just think they're one of the most iconic. I don't own
still,
any of their
they're
records
still
on
considered
vinyl
one of like the best.
They are one of the best because they've been doing it for a long time and they've helped like create the scene. I don't think they have a single cohesive album that even holds a fucking light up to the worst of Blink albums.
No, I totally agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
But I'm just saying that Tom Denny, this guitarist right here, is as if Tom DeLonge was a metal guitarist.
I don't know.
And you can say no all you want.
I still don't
agree
with you on that.
Maybe I do this after every pod. I do this after every pod. I re-listen to this album with a different perspective. Hopefully, you will also do the same thing and listen to those things.
I do.
And you'll hear the background rhythms, and then you hear the background leads, and realize, holy fuck, this guy's really, really squirrely, just the way Tom is.
Okay, so so let's just say I agree with you that he plays a lot like Tom, or plays exactly like Tom. That still doesn't make for
a metal
a good
version of Tom.
Which still doesn't make for a good song, especially a good metal song.
Never said it does.
But you just did.
No, I just said he's like the metal version of Tom DeLonge.
That doesn't make him good.
Then
why are we arguing? Okay,
first of all, it does make him good. It does like objectively make him good because he's playing to the song. He's playing to metalcore and he's playing to pop punk. This band is metalcore and pop punk. What the fuck are you talking about here? This band is the perfect I don't want to say that, but it's the perfect amalgamation of both things from one and the other. It's the best of both worlds into one. That's what this is.
I mean, I I really don't agree with you on that. But let's move on.
You don't agree with me because whenever he even says like Tom DeLonge, you box yourself into a corner and like no.
Well, because I mean I don't think Tom is the greatest guitar player because he is
never
not.
said he was,
but he could write a great fucking song, which I don't think Tom Denny can do. This guy in A Day to Remember. From a metal standpoint, from a pop punk standpoint, I think.
Like the fucking 2 records after this, when he's gone, the quality dips, and we talked about it in the rankings. The quality because he left the band, so clearly something happened. I understand that something happened.
Well, of course something happened. A huge
part
of the songwriting that still doesn't make it good or make it. I mean, I'm sorry, that still doesn't make it amazing or great or perfect. Yes, the songs do change.
All I said is he's an amazing lead guitar player because
he's fine.
Just like Tom DeLonge, we're not doing solos here. We're not doing like crazy shit.
I'm not expecting that.
We're just doing really cool lead parts because you thought he didn't do any. You said, "Oh, the fucking lead parts or whatever." Like, no,
they're lackluster.
No, guy, they're fucking amazing lead parts. Are you high? Were you listening? Clean the fucking wax out of your ears for once. Get that Debrox in there and clean it out. Jesus,
what the fuck is Debrox?
Debrox. It like eats away at the earwax in your ear, then it slides out.
Okay.
If you get like swimmer's ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was an Olympian swimmer, so I know what it feels like.
Fucking Mr. Michael Phelps over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, no stinkers for you, right? Correct?
No, that's stupid. No.
No stinkers.
Not even close. Like not even close.
So they're all bangers for you.
Yes, I have 12 bangers.
Okay. That's
correct. I know.
Okay. Wrong. So what's your 1B? What is your number 1 banger here? Go.
Dude, it better be the same for both of us. But Downfall of Us All is their best song. This is my favorite song by them. This is their best song. This is a perfect opener. This is like everything that embodies A Day to Remember is in this one song.
Okay, that's your number 1. So let's get into it. What else you got about this one?
So this is not your number 1.
No, it's not my.
What number is this?
5.
That's stupid.
Hey, at least it's a banger, right?
That's stupid because you're being like pretentious about it. You're being like,
no, I'm not.
This sounds like a popular song. Let me see how many streams on Spotify it has. Oh yeah.
No.
Like, get off your fucking horse, dude. Come down to like the real world and realize this song is a banger through and through. First of all, the opening. Do you not like that?
I hate it.
Why?
I think it's so over the top cheesy and whatever. Yeah, they're self-aware. They whatever. That's fine. But the rest, but like I said, the rest of the music and the way the band portrays themselves is not that way. In a goofy, self-aware, making fun of themselves, ironic way. That's not how the band presents themselves.
Did you watch any of these videos?
I did, yeah.
The kickball video where they're fucking up like 6-year-olds? You did not watch these videos, did you?
I didn't watch the videos, no.
You motherfucker. See, if you watch these fucking videos, every single one of their videos, you would realize this band is very self-aware. All of their fucking live shows, too, they don't give a shit, dude. They play sloppy. They goof off all the time. Like I said, he's like at the most like epic of parts, like quote-unquote epic of parts, the disrespect your surroundings or like the and then he puts the mic, he like picks out people that are like should not be doing that part, and he does it. They're throwing fucking toilet paper in every time they tour with somebody, except for Blink and Mark did it actually, and Skeebs did it, but Travis didn't do it. But every time they tour with somebody, whoever they're touring with will come out while they're playing and throw like toilet paper in the crowd and like fuck around on stage and like make Jeremy laugh and like take the mic from him. Like, dude, come on, man, this is like the most fun band of all time. Like, they don't give a shit. They're so happy just to be even making money. And the whole Victory Records thing too, like that, they're just so happy to be making money.
Yeah,
that's this band is so humble. They're so fucking humble from their roots till now. But yeah, the intro, the da 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 da, it's so stupid, right?
It's very dumb.
The story goes like during rehearsal, they were like, hey, let's play that one song, and then the rhythm guitarists couldn't figure out what song there was, and they got the song that goes like da 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 da. And like that's how it came to be, and then they thought it was so fucking stupid and so funny. They put it as like intro to this song as like fuck you. That was stupid that you said that, and it's so funny because everybody loves it, and it's so fun to sing along to. But then right after that, dude, come on, that's a good little chug.
It's a great chug. No, it's a great chug.
That's a good fucking chug right there. That intro
it's a great way
wild.
to open it up. It is. I mean, really, the entire song it's a great way to start the album, a thesis statement, some might say, that we talk about a lot. That's what this is. The song has the big chugging guitars. It has the pop punk verse, the chorus that's more of like the halftime ballad kind of pop punk thing, and then breakdown screaming, and then the gang vocals, the hand claps. Like this song literally has everything condensed into the 3.5 minutes that it is, which is cool. It is really, really cool. But I feel like some songs just kind of they not cherry picked, but they took like the best parts of the song and made it to one cohesive song. That's why it's my number 5. It's still a good song though. It's still a good song.
Fucking wrong, dude. That's so fucking wrong. This breakdown is like, this breakdown is literally if Tom DeLonge wrote a metalcore breakdown. That's exactly what this fucking breakdown is.
But okay.
Dude, and like both guitars are doing like the same lead part on the root note, but one's going up, one's going down. The ding 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 ding, and one's going ding 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 ding. Like it's stupid. It's stupid simple, and that's the whole concept of like Tom throughout this entire record is just like keep it simple, stupid. The Kiss, right? Keep it simple. The most basic of things is what we're gonna get away with, and that is like the idea of pop punk in general. It's just to keep it simple. And like no matter what metalcore, like fucking metalcore, dude. If there is a song that we can insert and fuck a breakdown into it, we're gonna do it. And they do it here. Like in every fucking one of their songs, they
most
have
of their songs,
they have to like fuck a breakdown in there. And that's the same, man. Every fucking every bleeding through song has a breakdown in it, like every fucking one. But it's fine because that's the genre and it's fun. And like I don't care. Breakdowns are so stupid. There are no good breakdowns because they're all great because it's a breakdown and that's what it's supposed to be. And all I imagine is fucking dumb kids like me, Brian, you doing windmills, fucking around in our little gym shorts, the mesh gym shorts and hoodies. Remember Dan? Remember friend of the pod, Dan Lewis?
Dan? Oh yeah, Dan Lewis. Yeah.
Dude, I remember I'd seen him at like a couple Bane shows and he was just like, "Oh, dude, this music sucks, but I'm gonna have so much fucking fun tonight." Like one of the first, like the only time I ever hung out with him outside of like playing with Brian and Kevin and them.
Oh man,
he's like, "Oh, this music fucking sucks, but I'm having so much fun tonight." It's like, hell yeah, like, that's what it is. That's what like metalcore is.
Yeah,
it's fun, and the song
it
is
fun,
fucking fun.
It is. It's fun.
Oh my god.
Once again, I think there's every song in here is good. Every song in here is good. Not all of them are bangers. Not all of them are great. They have great moments, great elements to them, but nothing is perfect on this. No song is perfect on here. But they're all fun.
This song is perfect. I'm gonna give you all the songs that are perfect. There's 12 of them. Spoilers. So Downfall of Us All. This is not just like the best song on the album. This is my favorite Day to Remember song. I think this is their best song. This is
best song like ever, like out of all their records.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Let's go.
All right. So what do you have lyrically on this one?
So I mean, just off the top here, lyrically.
I
wasn't disappointed because I didn't expect much and I kind of knew like most of these lyrics anyway. So it's fine. Everything's fine. But this is a good opener for the album.
On the nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
His lyrics are pretty on the nose.
For a 20-year-old that just wants to like have fun and play in a band and doesn't really care about lyrics but wants to write good melodies, like this is exactly what it is. This is very Blink-182 of them. Then the Dude Ranch era. Who cares? It's fine. But it does serve as a good like opening thought to the overall like concept of the album, right? The song tells us like the group is both tired of their hometown, but also like wanting to hit the road and experience life on the road, which they'll like delve into more along the lines of like, in the midway part of the album, but also like the pressure that comes from being like the same rock star touring, writing, and eventually getting homesick, which they don't actually get homesick here. It's just kind of like, they think they're homesick, but they're not homesick.
Yeah.
We'll get into the title track, Homesick.
If we get to that song, that is.
Dude, I'll talk about fucking I have half my notes for Downfall of Us All.
Okay. I mean, do you want to talk
about many notes.
What else do you want to talk about on this song then?
No, dude, we have 11 other songs to get to.
Okay. All right. So my number 1 is Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End. That's my number 1.
So,
where does that sit for you?
I just took a sip of my beer. If you wanted me to spray my beer on my computer, you would have said, if it means a lot to you, would be your 1B. And that would have made me like fucking spit my beer everywhere. That would have been so funny.
Which, yeah, that song is...
I know you hate that song.
I don't. Okay, so I don't hate. So that's let's talk about that real quick
We have
because
to.
you brought it up. It's not
Have
it's
to.
not a banger. It's not a stinker. It's not an okay song. It's just it's the closing track. It's mostly acoustic, and then at the end the whole band comes in and it gets really stupid. It has what's her name? I forgot the girl's name. She sings on it too.
Yeah, Sienna Miller or something. I don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck it is.
Sienna Miller. Yes, exactly.
I was watching Curb.
I know, but
I get it. This is
Yeah, just
dude. This
don't
song is dumb. This song is it's my 6B, but the song is dumb. It's cheesy in every fucking way, shape, and form.
yeah.
But dude, this was the bee's knees. In this era right now, are you kidding me right now at the
Joking
condo,
ass?
the party house? Are you joking my ass right now? You know everyone's law. Like every fucking buddy, dude. Everybody and their mother was doing this shit. God, I remember just being so fucking drunk and like this song is coming on like later in the evening and it's just
Yeah, when it's
people
like
I don't
2 a.m.
even like. My arms around them, and we're all trying to be as obnoxious as possible with our nasally vocals. So, like, yes, dude, yes, this song is dumb. It should not be a banger, but nostalgia is coming in a little bit. Nostalgia is creeping in there, and this has to be a banger because I do love this song, and the melody is really good. It's just, dude, you should not be singing like that because it is not good.
No, it's
But
not.
the melody is good. Because when she sings, it's fucking great.
Musically, it reminds me a little bit of Phantom Planet. I did hear some Phantom Planet there, but just bad Phantom Planet.
Hey, darling. It's like, oh.
That was
Doesn't get better
nasally.
live either.
I'm sure he doesn't. Yeah.
So funny. But okay, so we can skip that one. But it had to be talked about because like this is, as far as like fan favorites go, it's Downfall and then this one.
No, it's not really.
Oh,
That's
dude,
a fan
dude.
favorite.
They still like close fucking shows out with this.
Oh my god.
This is one of those songs where everybody pulls out their phones now and like puts a lighter thing on their phone.
Oh god, I don't like that.
Oh, dude, it's so good though.
It's not. But when you see them, you probably sing every fucking word to it.
Every fucking word.
All right, so
So, yeah,
Mr. Highway's thinking about the end. Yeah, that's my 1B. Where does this one sit for you?
That's a good one. That's I don't know if that should be your 1B, but I mean that's my 4B. I mean
Okay.
that should be your 1B though.
This one to me is like the closest thing to what I like about nu metal, or not like about nu metal, but this is the closest you get to like early 2000s metalcore. Not why am I saying nu metal? Metalcore.
It's all metal.
There's a ton of kill switch engage on here, especially during the verses. You get this kind of like the chugging riffs, but they're not like, just overtly heavy riffs. They're actual like big guitar riffs. And that's what you hear. That's a lot of what you hear in especially early kill switch engage. And then of course, the pop punk, clean vocals. The only thing that really kind of separates them from kill switch in this song is like there aren't nearly as many pinch harmonics, because Adam from kill switch loves his fucking pinch harmonics. You hear it all over the first 3 records.
It's obnoxious.
It can get a little much. Absolutely. But I mean, the riffs are there. I think this is a song. This is actually a really good song. I playlisted this one. But then also, this is this is the song where it has Disrespect Your Surroundings. When he screams that. And then the breakdown starts. It's so fucking
Ding. Get out of here, dude. You like the little bell hit too. That little
I
ding.
put that in my
So
notes
good.
too. Yeah. You get a couple
So
of the
good.
chugs and then the silence and then the little bell hit on that ride.
Won't make it out alive.
Now that right there, that is fucking metalcore. The
So
silence,
good.
the chugging, the silence, the bell hit, and then back into the fucking breakdown. I mean, that is that right there.
Make it out alive.
That part, and then anytime like a band uses like a heavy use of the China Crash in a breakdown, that is fucking metalcore right there. They don't use. I did notice that about this band on this, at least on this record, or really this band in general. They don't ever utilize the China Crash, which is it's so essential within a hardcore breakdown, but they don't use it at all. They just use like a big splash, or he does. I forgot the drummer's name right now, but had they thrown in the China, then it could have been so over the top and funny and fun. But you gotta have that China. But the bell, that bell during that breakdown, so good. So good.
So good. I love it, dude. I think this. Okay, so just overall, the song is super dark. The guitar riff is super sinister. And then just to like start the song off so slowly and chuggy, like we know they'll speed up at some point, but it's fun to wonder how they'll do it. Because Day to Remember likes, again, like blending the metalcore with the pop punk stuff. So how are they going to do it? Most of the time, an easy way to transition is just like chickas, right? Like chicka chicka go, and then we go into it. But they kind of like take the chickas and they do it metal style. So it's not just like chickas. It's slowed down, and they're still doing chickas, but it's a little bit different because there's more cymbals involved, and it's not just like palm muted guitars. They're actually hitting notes, and then like Tom in the background is doing like doo-doo-doo-doo, like a little scale, doo-doo-doo, and they go into it.
Yeah, it sounds.
And then Tom does have whales here, like they're not like pinch harmonics, but he's like wow. He got little whales there.
I guess so.
Don't think of him like this Yngwie Malmsteen like virtuoso.
Of course.
He's really, really good at writing dumb songs and really, really good like parts to these dumb songs. And the transition out of the breakdown, dude, like just essentially slowing everything down to a crawl, right? Which makes sense because the song just sort of like outros after that. And it's just, we don't need another speed up or chug. So like the whole like chorus part, the speaking in tongues to all of you now. So like usually it gets really aggressive and heavy, but that last one, it slows down and it never speeds back up again. It's like, it's just a long 30, 45 second outro. And I like that.
That outro is very unique in the context of this record too, because it's the only time they really go into like this alt metal, new metal kind of thing. Like you said, they slow it down, but it's like these big bar chords. It's just like, it's very, very new metal, alt metal of the 90s, which is, I mean, I don't really like that kind of style, but it was cool to kind of throw that in to wind down the song because the song is it's a pretty brutal song. And you brought up like the kind of more metal drums too, because normally they could have done the pop punk thing that they could have done that, but they went with more just kind of like a swing kind of metal thing, much like Killswitch does. That's how their drummer plays on a lot of the Killswitch songs when they speed it up and Adam starts to do those big heavier riffs. So I feel like this song, it's definitely not a ripoff of Killswitch, but it certainly takes inspiration from that band, and which is cool. I mean, early Killswitch is fucking killer. There's some killer fucking songs there, and that's what this is. The halftime choruses, the bigger sounding choruses, which, you know, honestly with metalcore that can be hit or miss. It really, really can, and it worked in the song. It really, I felt like it did. There's virtually no pop punk on this song, which is kind of cool too. I do like how they don't rely on that formula on this record of the pop punk metalcore back and forth. There are some songs that focus on one or the other, which, you know, we'll get into in a couple bangers from now. You're right. They don't rely on one or the other, and there's not a lot of songs on here that is this is their pop punk song, this is their metalcore song. Almost every song on here incorporates at least some part of either genre, and it shows just like their inspirations. It shows what they want to be as a band, and I like that because you do like 11 songs here incorporate at least like in part a tiny bit of either genre. This is not just a strictly pop punk song. They have no song on this album, or really in their first like 6 discography albums, that is like a straightforward pop punk song or a straightforward metalcore song. There's always in part a little bit of something else. Yeah,
and that's cool.
Although there is one song on here that is pretty damn close to pop punk, which we'll get into. It's actually one of my bangers.
Which one?
So what do you think is the most pop punk song on this whole record? I think it's pretty pop punk, but what do you think it is?
Probably another song about the weekend.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's my 4B.
Oh, that song's so good.
It is pretty damn good. It is pretty damn good. It's one of the only 2 songs
3B.
On this whole record that doesn't have any screaming, besides the gang vocals, which don't really count.
Songs on the radio, and I feel like I'm so alone on this 15-hour drive.
That was good. So, what did you say this was?
This is my 3B.
3B. Okay, so we're close. We're close to this one.
This song reminds me of like if Good Charlotte or Simple Plan made a really stupid, catchy song with a lot of chugging. Like that's what this song reminds me of.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because this song, how it starts, the first verse is very pop. It's very fast pop punk stuff, and then the gang vocals come in during the pre-chorus, and then the chorus in general is just very, very pop punk, and then the second verse drops, and that's when the chuggier guitars come in. But it really still keeps up with the pace of the poppiness of the entire song. Like this is actually a really well written song,
dude. Talk about like. I think some of like Tom's best leads on this entire album are in this chorus. Like his leads in the chorus are sickening. I was sick.
Sickening.
I was sick.
Throwing up. Yes.
Dude, I was throwing up. I was barfing. I'm barfing. He's so great at just adding like texture to otherwise simple parts. And this chorus is very, very simple. It's very stupid, extremely catchy, but it's very, very basic. But man, his lead parts are insane. And that's like, I don't know, maybe we should have prefaced that before here and is to like really focus on Tom's lead parts because dude, he just never stops. He never stops throughout the entire album.
I don't know. I didn't really pick up on it. Honestly, I really didn't pick up on a lot of his leads.
And that's fine. On your subsequent listen, on your post pod listen, on your PPL, that's fine. You'll
that'll
listen.
Be something. Yeah, when I listen to it tomorrow, that'll be something I'll listen more for, are more of his leads. Because honestly, like I said, I listened to this record 4 times over the last 2 weeks, and I didn't pick up on anything that I thought was significant when it comes to his guitar playing. But I will. I'll make a point tomorrow to really kind of get into that.
My hope is just like, because I've heard this hundreds of times, it's just like now I know what's happening, I know what's going on, but for someone that has not heard this hundreds of times, it's just there's a lot to kind of take in. So that's what I'm kind of leaning on and hoping that that's what's happened.
A lot to take in, though?
There's a lot to take in.
Okay.
There's no fucking band that sounds like Day to Remember at the time.
At the time, you're correct.
No, there's not.
You're correct. But the styles that they were trying to play, once again, they were good at, but not great or spectacular at. So, there you go. Anyway, another song about The Weeknd. Also, what I do really like about this breakdown is that it is very heavy, but they don't rely on the big heavy chugging of most of the other songs. It's more done in a pop punk kind of way with the types of chords that they're using. I think that's really, really cool. They played to the song rather than just playing to the parts. I thought that was fantastic.
Dude, Tom's little fucking like stuff that he's doing here. It's a lot of sweeps. He's doing a lot of like hammer-ons, little quick sweeps. Like he's not a great guitarist. Like he's not like a virtuoso again, but he just, I don't know. He really knows what he's doing. Little doodle doodle, like under like this is all I have. It's my life. If you listen to him, he's doing like doodle doodle doodle. Like he's kind of noodling a little bit, and it's endearing because it's not great, but it's cute and it's fun and it makes sense. And there's a great build within that breakdown. And then like you add more. Like this band is like the Pennywise of metalcore. All they like is just fucking gang vocals. Like anytime we can hire like a bunch of people,
do it a lot.
We can bring our bunch of friends in to do gang vocals, let's fucking do it. And like that's what we get. This is all around. It's my life. This is all around. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's all we do.
Okay, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Did you just open a beer?
I did just open up a beer, yeah. I'm glad you heard it.
I'm just getting super excited.
Got a Coors Light.
This song is so fucking good, man. This song is so friggin' good.
This one did surprise me. It did make me want to hear more of this kind of style. I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear less styles within a song and more of a straightforward kind of song. I mean, we hear it in this song with more of a pop punk thing. There is another song that's like pretty much straight hardcore, but the song's like a minute and a half. For what was that song again? Oh, it's the one right before this. You already know what you are. I mean, it is the shortest song on the record, but it's very heavy, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's not really a song. It's just let's showcase how heavy we can be for a minute and a half, and not really write a song around it. That's what I feel that song is. That's to me is a straight up filler song.
That's why I thought like if you like this song, their next record is the one that you should have liked more than you did, because the next record has a lot more stuff like this, a lot more.
Yeah,
kind
but
of like fun, punkier things.
it's still not a genre that I'm particularly attracted to. I don't care for that style too much, so I don't want to, like, listening to 35, 40 minutes of that is just, it's too much. Hearing a song here and there, like mixed up with other types of songs, that's completely different. But once again, I think I ranked that was my third on the rankings.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
What was your two?
My two was their second record. What's the second record called? Forgot now. But yeah, anyway, another song about the weekend. What do you have lyrically on this one?
Let's see here. Well, hold on there, dude.
Well, to me, this is okay. Yeah. What do you got?
No, go ahead. No, you have
No. I was trying to like fill up space here, but what do you got?
Because I get excited sometimes, like my fingers move the mouse. Do you call it a mouse pad or a touchpad?
Trackpad.
A trackpad?
Yeah, that's what it's called, trackpad. But continue.
Is yours not called touchpad?
I think it's called a trackpad.
It's called a touchpad.
Trackpad. That's fine.
What's tracking? Your fingers?
Yeah, it's tracking your fingers.
What are your fingers doing,
you're not touching.
You don't touch it.
Well, you do touch it. Yeah,
I touch mine.
Anyway,
that's weird.
What do you got?
So anyway, I was What's whatever. You go ahead first.
Dude, after all of this, you're so annoying.
All right, I go first. You want me to go first?
About how he longs to be at home when he's on the road, and then vice versa when he's on the road. When he's at home, he wants to be on the road, and when he's on the road, he wants to be at home. That's what this song is about. Nothing too crazy lyrically.
Yeah.
But once again, his lyrics aren't his strong point.
They're not his weak point though. I think he writes lyrics because he just enjoys writing cool songs. He likes writing cool songs about the weekend. But like this is a cheesy way to go about it. But like, dude, like all these guys love their job. Like they fucking love their job. They love doing this. And even Tom, who I've gushed over, like he left the band because he wanted to focus on his family and his kids and his marriage. But he still helped write music. Like up until I think Bad Vibrations, he wrote some of the songs in Bad Vibrations. Yeah, dude, they still are like very, very good friends. And they're still very much like involved in each other's life and they hang out outside. It's like a bunch of dudes just being dudes.
Dudes being dudes.
Cool, man. Just dudes being dudes. Just cool dudes being cool dudes.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
That's elitist talk and that's gatekeeping, but if you know, you know. Don't care.
Because we're dudes. So what do you got for number two? What's your
dude.
2B? Number two banger.
She's dude. Raw dudes, hey. We did my two. No, did we do my 2B?
I don't know what we did.
No, my 2B's I made of wax, Larry. What are you made of?
That's my 2B as well. So
God, I should have watched this video. It was so good.
I know I should have watched it.
Dude, they're playing like kickball, but they're playing against like children, and they're fucking murdering them. They're not holding back whatsoever, and they're like dancing in the middle of the diamond. And the part where it goes, and like they're doing the breakdowns in the middle of the diamond. It's so fucking stupid, and they're just smiling and having a great time.
I mean, the video does sound very funny. Maybe okay. I'll watch it tomorrow. After we've potted. Like it means anything to anybody listening because we're going to. It does. It means everything. Also, real quick too, the titles of some of these songs, harkening back to metalcore in general, where there are a lot of movie references, whether that's audio clips, or just ridiculous names of songs or whatever.
Obscure song titles.
So the song title "Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End" is from the movie The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Great fucking movie.
Never seen that.
You have never seen it. You're insane.
I've never seen it, but I didn't watch. I read the synopsis and it's fucked up.
Dude, it's a great movie. I've seen it. God, I've probably seen it like 20 times. It's really good.
It literally just sounds like fucking like hipster kid shit.
No, dude. I watched this when I was a kid and I've watched it as an adult. Yeah. It's
Elijah Wood though, like hipster kid.
It's a really good movie. Anyway, that's
illuminated. Hipster kid.
Everything is, okay. That is pretty hipster kid. That is pretty hipster kid. Anyway, I'm made of wax, Larry. What are you made of? That's from A Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller and Robin Williams.
Never seen that either.
No, we saw it together.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yes, we did. We saw it together. It was like me, you, John, Ryan. We did see it together. I know for a fact we saw this together.
I don't think I've
Maybe
seen this
John
movie.
and I just saw it together.
Yeah, I honestly believe I've never seen this movie.
Ah, are you sure? I don't know. Anyway,
I've
So
also
that-
never seen Sahara.
what is your fascination with the Sahara movie?
Do you
It's
not
so-
know like the Sahara story?
I know the Sahara story. It's just even you still talk about it. Tell the Sahara story.
The Sahara
Movie's-
story is my birthday is tomorrow,
Yes, it
and
is.
on April 8th, Sahara, the movie with Matthew McConaughey, was released.
And
and
Steve
I-
Zahn.
And actually, I really like Steve Zahn.
I do too. Yeah, he's in it too.
He we were supposed to go see it. I know for sure it was John and Ryan, and we were supposed to see it on my birthday, and just everybody bailed. And so, still to this day, I've never seen it. And every single time anybody texts me, especially if it's like John or Ryan, and birthdays are so dumb. I fucking hate birthdays. So stupid.
Agreed.
Grown ass adults should not be celebrating birthdays. Silly boy
I
talk.
agree.
But like inevitably somebody will text me and I'm like, oh yeah, we'll go see Sahara. I still like out of spite, I will die not watching Sahara. I won't watch it. I will not unless like
Out
John
of
and Ryan are in the
fucking
room, I will not watch it.
unless they are both in the room at the same time.
Yeah, but this was like 2004. This is like high school.
Yeah.
And even
this
then I
is-
didn't
yeah.
care because I don't think I've cared about my birthday since I was like 12. as most people should. And even that's even pushing it. Yeah, that's the Sahara
Oh,
story.
that's
I've
the
still
Sahara
never seen it
story.
despite. Not that
I've
I'm
never
missing
seen it
anything
either.
anyway. Who the fuck cares, right? Matthew McConaughey in a fucking movie over in the Sahara Desert. Like, who gives a shit? It's probably garbage anyway. I've
I
seen
would
The
be-
Mummy. That's all you need.
I would be fucking surprised if somebody listening to this podcast knew about that movie. I only know about it mainly because of you, and I just remember the cover, like the movie poster of that. That's the only, I've never seen the movie. Never ever seen it.
I think what made it worse too, and what made it more funny was I think John and Ryan did see it without me too. I believe.
You should bring this up in our group chat.
I will tomorrow.
You got to bring it up tomorrow.
Whenever those fucking dumbass fucking texts. This is so stupid. It's so stupid.
Oh shit.
Anyway, what do we?
Or do you know what you should do midnight tonight, because it was a Sunday night, the night before your birthday? At midnight, you should do the gif of John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, like looking around the room.
Oh,
Like,
that's so
are we
good.
gonna go see
That's a good
Sahara?
idea. That's a good idea
Dude, that'd be fucking funny as fuck.
because that's an obnoxious gift too.
It is. Anyway,
That really is an obnoxious gift. I fucking hate that one. It's so
It's funny, though.
disrespectful. It's like calm the
It
fuck
is.
down, okay, guy. Okay, guy, relax like 2 seconds.
that one
Jesus
and
Christ.
Judge Judy with her watch, like hurry up, like where she's hitting her wrist.
Yeah,
That one's good too.
but like the Travolta one, if the Travolta one you're waiting for something, if you throw that Travolta one there, then anything after that it just seems like pandering. Even if I was gonna do it anyway, like
Yeah.
now that you put that Travolta gift there, it's now pandering.
I know, that's good.
I don't like it. Go ahead.
All right, yeah.
But,
So I'm made
made
of
of wax,
I'm
Larry.
made of wax, Larry. What are you made of? And I say it in a very like kind of mean way whenever I read it in my mind, because that's the only place I can read things. I say it like in a very angry way. I'm made of wax, Larry. What are you made of? I say it like very accusatory, which I don't remember if that's how Robin Williams says it, but
Again, I've never seen the movie, but because it's Robin Williams, I would assume like he's talking to Ben Stiller saying like, "I made of wax, Larry. Like, what are you made of? Like, I'm a fucking figment of your imagination. You need to be the hero. What are you made of?" Like, that's what I think he's talking about.
I don't remember how I really don't remember how he says it. I don't really remember what the movie was about.
Robin Williams, he's not a villain.
He's not. No, he's not a villain in the movie. But
So it's gonna be like a I don't know, an inspirational thing here. Anyway,
let's move on.
don't you let
This
me
has been such a
down.
fucking tangent, such a hyper specific tangent. So yeah, what do you
That's what
got?
we do,
What do you got
kid.
on this one?
Yeah, so again, gang vocals, don't you let me down. What's cool here is the transition into the chorus is kind of like, again, best described as metalcore chickas. In pop punk we get the chicka chickas, but here we get like a more aggressive like chicka chickas. It's not just like, again, like palm, like it's mentioned earlier, it's not just palm muted chicka chickas. They're like, I don't know how to like properly explain it. They're metalcore chicka chickas. They're not goofy, run of the mill. They're a little bit more thought out. Like everyone's involved, not just the guitarist and not just like the drummer doing like 1 2 1 2. Here we go. It's fun. And the chorus, dude, the chorus is wild. The chorus is wild. It's perfect. It's catchy, fast, heavy, fun. Everything you want from a good like pop punk chorus. It's here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Some great harms in that chorus too.
So good.
They don't do the harms very often on this record, but when they do, it's fucking solid. And this is one of those moments. Also, this song features the singer from The Devil Wears Prada. His name is Mike Franica. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Cares.
But he's on this. I think he only really sings during the bridge, that really heavy bridge, which is also cool too because this song is one of the few times where...
Did you pick up on the ahem?
What?
You heard that, right?
What do you mean?
So the whole time I've been going, I've been doing that, like clearing my throat, but it's part of the fucking song. Did you not hear the fucking in the song?
I didn't notice it. No.
Dude, before the breakdown, when everything's leading up and everything's going crazy, they stop and then you hear, then everybody's out to get me. Before they get into the growling like battle, they go, they clear their throat.
I do like that. I do like that touch.
Dude, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to this album again.
But I did.
And on that part, like again, this is just another like round in the chamber for these guys. Do not take this shit fucking seriously. Before this breakdown, they go, and then everybody's out to get me. That's what they say. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly what it sounds like.
I love this breakdown so much. It's
a great breakdown.
Fun. It's so fun. It's fun, and it sounds like they're all having fun doing it.
Yeah, there's like the back and forth vocals, like screaming back and forth. I think this is the only part where both Jeremy and the Mike from Devil Wears Prada sing. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is the only place where they actually sing together.
Yes, but this is the only part that somebody else is guest screaming.
Yeah, and otherwise, it's really good.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, also
it's amazing because of its mediocrity.
Because of the mediocrity. What do you mean?
Because Jeremy's not a great screamer. He's not a great growler. He's one-dimensional. He's a really good thing at both of those things. Like he's no Chester at like fucking screaming, hitting those high notes. I know. He's no growler at some of the best in metalcore. He's just really good at doing those things, and he does it in such a fun way that you can't help but love it.
Well, I mean, I don't love it, but
except for you, he's your fucking monster. How the fuck did you not hear the part? Are you kidding me?
I didn't notice
it.
But
joking my ass?
So one thing I've been trying to say for like the last few minutes is that leading into that breakdown is one of the few moments where the bass comes through. It's where everything stops, and just the bass.
Then it stops, and then it goes,
and then okay. Then it drops.
Dude, and the music video is so fucking funny too. It's so dude. Oh man. Anyway, so like let's go back to the song itself, because the transition from the breakdown back into the song is fucking unreal. Because Tom has like insane lead guitar part, like toned down, right? And Jeremy starts to sing the chorus, like "Don't spring, the won't even miss you at all," and Tom's kind of like strumming the pattern a little bit. But then we get just like the quarter note bass drum hit, the doof, doof, doof. Like that's simple but genius. How do we get from like the super aggressive growly breakdown? How do we get back into the chorus, that pop punky chorus? How do we do that? That's how we do it. Break it down, make it simple, keep it simple. That's it. That's Tom. Tom did all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, he did. He did do some things. Yeah.
He did do some things.
So disrespectful.
He did do some things. All the best guitars are Tom. Morello. What? All the best guitars are Tom. Morello, DeLong, okay. Denny here, Tom Malstein, fucking
Martin Denny.
Tom Satriani, Tom Denny. Yeah.
So lyrically, to me, it's or from what I gather, it's about someone who wronged him, and now that person's getting what they deserve. That's what it is. Or a revenge song.
He's a pissed off. He's pissed off.
He's a pissed off. Yeah.
He's a pissed off. I've been a pissed off.
Oh man. Okay. Dude,
what do you got for one of the best parts in the fucking album. I cannot believe
the hem.
Oh, Tyler Rebecca fucking Hanstead. Did you listen to this album?
I listened to it 4 times this week.
Are you joking my eyes right now?
Or in 2 weeks. I listened to this.
Okay. So you listened to 4 times 2 Mondays ago.
And I listened to it twice. I would listen to it yesterday, and I listened to it today.
I don't even have this on vinyl.
That's crazy. Well, you purged it. You had it, right?
Because I did have it on vinyl, and there's a repress coming out. So I got rid of mine, which is not an original. It's just like a 2013 repress. But the repress is coming out soon, and it's got bonus tracks. It's got live versions. So,
did you order it through your store or through the website?
Nah, through my store.
Okay. The 15th anniversary, because it came out in February of 2009. So this is the 15th anniversary.
Exactly.
So there you go. So what do you got? What's your third banger on here?
My 3B was Another Song by The Weeknd.
Ah, okay. So my 3B is Welcome to the Family.
Ooh, that's my 7B. That's a perfect transition from Have Faith in Me, right? You have to have this song after Have Faith in Me, which is Have Faith in Me a banger for you?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I get that. That's my 10B. That's one of the weaker songs. I get it.
Really
but
is.
Have Faith in Me, dude, that first part, that's Tom DeLonge in the fucking riff. That's Anthem Part 2 straight up through and through.
Only because it's like clean guitars. It's really what it is. It's all the clean guitars. The single note clean guitars.
He's channeling fucking Tom DeLonge.
That's
what
the only reason why. And then really he kind of keeps it up even when like the heavier guitars are playing over the clean parts. Like the heavier rhythm is playing over the clean. Like that's very Anthem Part 2, of course. But I think you're really reaching here.
I'm not at all. Fucking like, what are you talking about? Man, if you could just hear yourself right now, you can't, because
I think you got your Data Remember goggles on. The prescription strong. I can't even speak.
Prescription strong. How long you been waiting to use that one? What?
I used it. Wait, are you really saying this right now?
What is? I never heard you say that before,
dude. I swear to God, like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I said the same thing, and your response was exactly the same. You said you started laughing. You said, "How long have you been holding on to that joke for?" I swear to God, you said the same exact thing.
All right, let me throw this at you. All right, just
yes,
soak it in.
What dumb thing are you gonna say right now?
Soak it in before you answer. What if you dreamed it? What if you thought it and it didn't actually happen? But now you're getting this weird deja vu thing where you thought it happened, but maybe it didn't. Are you like for sure it happened?
I'm 100% sure it happened.
Okay, all right.
Because it was really funny when you said it. I mean, it's still funny the second time you said it, but it was very funny the first time you said it. But no, you responded the exact same way to that dumb joke I just made. It was good.
I mean, if it did happen the first time, then I guess like consistency is what I'm leaning on. I guess I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
Now I'll remember it. I don't remember you saying it the first time.
I just can't believe you had the same exact response. That's fucking amazing. I love that I called you out on it too. So,
yeah, but you're pretty sure like it wasn't.
No, I'm 100% certain you had that same reaction.
Okay, all right. Yeah. You're 100% like 100%.
I'm 100% sure. Yeah. Because I remember even when I edited that episode, I can't remember what episode it is. Otherwise, I'd go back and listen to it. But I remember when I edited it, I took that part out because I thought about using it at the beginning of the episode as like a
bumper thing.
As like a bumper thing, but then I ended up using something else. But I know for a fact
like
you
said
know
the implications of saying I'm 100% sure.
I'm 100% sure. Yes.
Okay.
Like no doubt, no fucking doubt.
Okay.
Not the band, not Gwen. Just
Gwen is God. Okay.
Gwen is not God. Gwen is not. She's great, but she's not perfect.
You don't know Gwen is not God though.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
You never know. Anyway, so yeah, Have Faith in Me. It's bottom tier on this record.
That's fine. I don't.
Welcome to the Family though. My 3B. What do you got on this one?
Welcome to Earth. That's the correct.
Yeah.
The correct term. That's my 7B. Again, I think it's a great transition from Have Faith in Me. Like we need that. We need that boost. And I love the contrast here in the verse and the chorus, like two totally different songs that are mixed into one. And again, I do think it works. I do think these guys can make a pop punk song, can make a metalcore song, and say, how do we make this into one song? And this is like a good example Not a great example, but a good example of them doing so. This is mid-tier of the album, right? It's like right in the middle of the album. So we're kind of like, I don't want to say this album is top heavy, but this album is very like
top heavy, yeah.
Like aggressively top heavy, and it kind of like gets a little bit weird in the middle, but then it finds itself again towards the latter half, except for the last song. I will admit that. The last song's weird. But the transition from the chorus back into the aggressive verse is again,
it's great.
A simple guitar part. That's Tom,
it's
dude.
Heavy.
That's Tom, dude.
It's heavy.
They do those dark parts so well. They really get like dark and heavy before their breakdowns. I love it so much.
Yeah, the breakdown is probably one of the heavier parts of this whole record. This is a fantastic breakdown. Also, the way it starts off, the way the whole song starts off, it starts kind of heavy and fast with some really kind of cool double bass work that he doesn't do a whole lot of. I realized once I got to this song, I realized he doesn't do a lot of double bass. It's
not long periods.
These bursts. But even like in short bursts, he doesn't do them a whole lot. He doesn't accent a lot of his parts with double bass. But yeah, what also like too, which actually reminded me a lot of Atreyu.
He does double bass in fucking Downfall, dude. Like the opening track, there's double bass.
Okay, that's true. Okay, you're right. I take it back. You're right. You're right there.
There's just no fucking blast beats in this record.
No, I don't want blast. No, that's fine. God, blast beats suck.
That's what I'm most thankful for on this Christmas day. Is that there's no fucking blast beats on this record.
I agree. I don't like blast beats. Ugh. Blast beats would have been terrible on this record. They just would not fit on this record whatsoever. But I mean, he really does use the double bass sparingly. It's really is never prominent. But yeah, you're right. In the first song, he does use it quite a bit, and then in this song, he does use it, especially in the beginning of the song. But also, like vocally, I did hear a lot of Atreyu because in Atreyu, Alex would do almost all of the screaming, and then the bass player, Mark, he would do a lot of the background screaming as well. So you'd hear a lot of back and forth, and they do sound very different with their screams. So I equate this particular song to Atreyu because of the there's some good back and forth that they do amongst each other, which is weird that they don't do it more often, or they never did it that often in this band. They relied on another singer coming from another band like the Devil Wears Prada to come in and do back and forth when clearly another guy, I don't know who did the other screaming in this song, but you know, they could have had some really good back and forth shit, but they don't utilize it, which is weird. But otherwise, it's a great song. Now the end of the song is really stupid, which is the heartbeat.
The heartbeat?
Yeah, come on. It's stupid.
I mean, it just it doesn't fit. So I do think like this is a very, I think this is like 20-year-olds like trying to create a concept album of like Homesick and the life on the road and things like that and all the stuff that entails of being in a band and questioning yourself and having like your parents questioning you and your friends turn to enemies and stuff like that. The heartbeat just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't understand why it's here. It's completely out of place in this album. It almost like diminishes the value of this song in the middle part of this album. I really don't like that. That's the only part of this album that I really don't like.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't. It does not.
Stupid.
I don't know. That's all I have on Welcome to the Family. You got anything else on this one?
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how it goes.
That's exactly how it goes. I mean, I really only have one other banger, but it's like it's riding the line of being a banger.
What's your other banger?
Holding It Down for the Underground. That's my 6B.
Damn, that's my 11B. That is the second to worst song on the album, but it's got my favorite lines.
Which are
so my favorite. So Jeremy has some like family deaths while on the road. And he wrote the song as sort of like a healing process and also like a growing up theme. Like overall, this is a growing up theme, right? When people close to us die, we inevitably think about our own mortality and where we are in life in general. MXPX. So we think about these things. The line he drops, he says, "Been through a lot in the last year. It's like everything I love is slipping away. And every time I come home, some more of me isn't there." And that last part, and every time I come home, some more of me isn't there. It's like, well,
that's a good line.
That's growing up, dude. Like
that's a pretty good line.
That's fucking genius, man. That's so cool. And that's something like we kind of take for granted because we don't go on tour. We don't know what it's like to like leave home and come back. But we kind of do, right? Like our Europe trip, when we come back, like we have this perspective on life, like this fucking, like, like spoiled brat out of college going on backpacking through Europe. But like really we did. Like we saw some like wild shit like backpacking through Europe. And we had a lot of like cool experiences doing that. And I don't know, like those lines really, really, really hit hard because it is about growing up. And the song, even though on the surface is about the family death or whatever, it's about like him growing up. And these guys like grew up on the road because from a young age. And it's like the whole thing about like them, they're like 16, 17 years old. And so damn, there's so many thoughts I'm trying to like throw at you in one exact time. It's hard. It's hard. I'm gonna reel it in. Did you listen to their first EP?
No, I did not.
I don't know if you should or shouldn't. It's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad, but it's so cute because like, oh, like these are the guys that will eventually do Homesick. That's cute. That's fun. But also like in their early
which
years,
isn't saying a lot, but okay, yeah, continue.
I don't like that. I don't like that. In the early years, like these guys hustle, dude. Like they borrowed Jeremy's dad. His dad has a pickup truck. They threw all their fucking gear in the pickup truck, and that's what they toured with, like all through like South Florida. Like that's just what they did, and it was horrible. And they had no money, and like the whole Victory Records thing, they had no money for so fucking long. Yeah. And bands of this era, dude, no band had any money at this time. And so when like a data, and this is almost like groundbreaking in another aspect, not just like musically, but like the fact that they won against Victory Records, and Victory Records is not like EMI, it's not fucking Universal, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not a huge record label, but the fact that like a data member could scrounge up enough money to hire an affordable lawyer that will fight for them. Dude, they won millions. They won millions from their record label. This is like groundbreaking shit. This is like the shot heard around the world. Like all other like small independent indie record labels were fucking like pissing in their pants. Like holy shit. Well,
let's also
reread that contract. Fuck. Like everybody's shitting their pants here.
Let's also preface this by saying that Victory Records were, by the time that A Day to Remember legally got involved in all this, Victory Records had a terrible track record. They screwed over so many fucking bands. So I mean, yeah, it is really cool, and it is kind of tough of them to gather the money to hire a lawyer to fight against Victory. But in the end, there was a lot going against that record label and the owner at the time, especially the way that they threatened the band, or the owner threatened the band to re-record the first record, which became the old record. And they gave him like just a couple days to do so. I mean, all that shit is so shady, but it was very common for that label to do so. Also, Victory, I mean, the two like troublesome labels of the time in the scene were Victory and Treskill. Treskill Records screwed over so many fucking bands too. And it's real fucked up. And then, so by the time of Day to Remember came along in the later 2000s and they sued them, all this stuff had already been gathered and collected against the various labels, especially Victory. So, I mean, it was more in favor of the band anyway at that point. Not to diminish the heartache of it all and the shittiness of it all, but you do have to take that into perspective as well. But
they still won.
They did still win, yeah, which is amazing, which is fantastic.
It's not just they won like millions.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they won like 50,000 or 100,000. They won millions. Victory Records didn't have like millions of dollars just to like hand out to the artists.
Not at the time. Yeah, definitely not at that time. By the time it all
But it really did. It really did like set precedent for people like other artists to say like, hey, let's renegotiate our contract. Let's figure out what the fuck we signed, because predatory things, not just in the 90s or 2000s, but like 80s, 70s. We know like a lot of record labels are very predatory, and they try and make people like sign record contracts that they probably don't want to sign, and they don't have enough money to hire a good agent to read over those like contracts and make sure they're not signing their life away. And so whenever we see bands like put out like live albums just to fulfill their contracts, right? On the surface, it's kind of like, oh, that's fucked up. Like you sign a 5-year or 5-record contract, and all you want to do is sign, or all you want to do is put out 2 live albums and like a covers album and fulfill that contract. That's fucked up. I was like, no, dude. They were approached like at some point and offered like, hey, we'll give you $1 million if you want to sign a 5 record contract. Like, you got to pay that fucking money back first of all.
Yeah.
So you're not really making anything. So no, dude, fuck that shit. Data Remember, like, this is groundbreaking stuff. Like, nobody was doing this kind of stuff. Nobody was like coming up and fighting their record label the way they did. And that's why they re-released their old album, was to get out of this record contract. And I mean, it went to the not the Supreme Court, but it went to like a lower appellate court. And they found him like, you're good. Have fun. You're free of your record contract. Goodbye.
It's pretty wild.
It is wild. It's wild and it's cool and it's just, I don't know, man. Record labels, just, they're all bad.
Especially as they get bigger and bigger, you know, like UMG. Like, imagine fighting UMG. There's no way you're gonna win.
No way you're gonna win. Even if you do win, they'll slander you so fucking hard. Like,
oh yeah,
like every bad thing about you is gonna come to light.
Then how are you gonna fight that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are you gonna fight the slander in court? You don't have the money to do that. They have an endless supply of money.
It's cool to watch, especially when Common Courtesy came out. It's cool to watch interviews with the Data Remember and especially like Loudwire. Loudwire did all those like Wikipedia fact check fucking things back in the day, and they did an interview with Data Remember, and they're like, oh, let's talk about like your lawsuit with Victory Records, and Jeremy's like, dude, like, nobody cares. Like, I care, and like the band cares because like it costs us our livelihood and it costs us like everything, but the fans don't fucking care. The fans just want to hear our music. They don't care like what happens behind the scenes. They don't care how much money we put up. And it's like, but like this was kind of like his like backhanded way of telling us, the fans, like how hard it was for him to battle this. He's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares that we put like all of our life savings into this, to hire a lawyer, to finally get out of our record contract and make music that we want to make on our dime. Whereas like Victory Records wanted us to do things, you know, in September we toured, and then come like February we start recording, and then April the demo's done, and then like June
they were still very
like,
much in like the old school thought of how an album cycle should be.
And they didn't want to do that, and I don't know. This band's cool, dude.
Yeah, they're cool, man. They're cool for sure, bro. For sure.
This band's cool.
All right. Do we have any? What else do we have to talk about here?
All my other bangers are 5B or worse, so I'm good.
Okay,
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I have no more bangers. Like I said, I have no stinkers. I don't know. Should we wrap it up? Give our final thoughts? Give our rating?
Let's wrap her up here.
All right. So we're gonna rate it, or we're gonna wrap it up, and then rate the record based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're gonna continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what do you got, Jeff? Go.
Dude, this album's perfect. This album's perfect just for the time. This album's perfect for the genre. This album's perfect for the fun. The music is here. There's like there's nothing missing from this album. Like, what more do you fucking want? Everything about this is absolutely perfect. These guys are fun. This music is energetic. It's good pop punk for pop punkers. It's good metalcore for metalcoolers. Metalcoolers.
Metalcoolers?
Metalcoolers.
Metalcoolers.
How do you say it? Metalcoolers?
Metalcorers?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Metalcoolers?
Metalcoolers Light.
Metalcoolers Light. Lime. Like everything here is fun. And like the whole self-help fest too. We can talk about that, but like that's another aspect of this band that is also fucking really rad. Cool.
Yeah.
Like these guys are just really, really thankful and happy to be here. Like, I'm just happy to be here, dude. Like that's really what it is. And it's nothing like religious. It's nothing like the song isn't worship music, but their attitude is very much like that. Like they're just very, very thankful to be here, and they're always like thanking people who've helped them, who've put them up in hotels and put them up at their house, and like the fucking song "Homesick," dude. He wrote that for his parents because his parents like helped them out in the beginning and like let him borrow their car and put up money to put their demo out. And he's like, dude, I just want to like tell my parents thank you. And he just, you know what I mean? Like everyone, it just seems like every fucking band has this like sob story, like how difficult it was. And it's like, these guys don't have a sob story, but they worked. They worked fucking hard. They worked really hard to be here. And again, I don't understand I don't understand how they're like damn near selling it. They're playing like Glendale Stadium out here in Arizona. That's where the fucking Cardinals play. Like a football team. They're playing a football stadium.
They're not that
That
good.
is wild.
They're not that good to play.
I'm not saying they're not that good. I'm just saying they're not that good to play a stadium.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane to me. Like, that's Coldplay status.
That's just silly boy talk.
Dude, they're playing like the same venues that Coldplay like play. Are you fucking kidding me? This like super like niche like genre, right?
Yeah.
But that's because like everybody in this like subset of like pop punk, of alt rock, of metalcore, of new metal, like everybody likes fucking Day to Remember. Nobody hates his band.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate them. Yeah.
God damn. I think this band is incredible. I really do. I really think this band is incredible. I think this album is fucking unreal. 3 out of 3. Easy.
3 out of 3. Ooh,
Not even like
album.
I didn't even hesitate. Not even no.
All right. Yeah, my final thoughts on this record. Like I said at the beginning, and I still stand by this, they do everything good. They don't do anything spectacular. I don't think they excel in any particular genre. They're good at meshing things together, especially the pop punk and metalcore. They are good at that. They are certainly good at that. But also pop punk in general, I mean, that's a tough genre to really like. There's a small handful of good bands that come out of the genre, but overall, same with metalcore. There's a small handful of good bands that come out of that genre. And in the end, it's hard to make something amazing out of that or combine the genres and make it amazing. It's very, very difficult to do. And I don't feel like they make it, they don't make it amazing. They don't make it spectacular. It's good. Just good. Lyrically, I get it. You know, it's not meant to be a lot of it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's kind of tongue in cheek. That's fine. It does give me a different perspective on the band. I mean, now that you and I talked about it more, I do have a different outlook on the band, and I actually appreciate the band more. And it actually has affected my rating, because before I was dead set, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 3, solid 2 out of 3 for me.
2.5, baby. Let's hear it.
No, 2.25. It's a 2.25 for me. 2.25 because, you know, after you kind of broke it down and made it seem at least like, you know, they are self-aware. They're doing this more for fun as a joke, not as a joke, but, you know, they're just not taking it too seriously. It definitely gives a different perspective on the whole.
Dude, you can watch interviews where like people ask them like what do you attribute your success to? He's like, I don't fucking know. Like all we do is play like worst Blink music and like worst and name any metalcore band and worst that band music. I don't get it.
And I mean, and in that sense, like that's cool that they're admitting it, and I give them points for that. But it's still, just because they admit it and acknowledge it doesn't make it good or perfect or great or.
They're having fun, dude. They're having fun doing it.
That part's cool, but it still doesn't always. That doesn't make for amazing.
You know who they're
music.
like? Here's who they're like.
Don't
I have a
say
perfect example of who they're like. They're like the 2002 world champion Anaheim Angels.
Okay,
they're not the best at anything. You know, they were the wild card at the time. They went to the World Series. They won it in 7 games. So like the fucking last game they won it in. Just a ragtag team of like misfits. Ragtan team of misfits. That's who they're like. They're like the 2002 world champion Anaheim Angels. The Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Okay.
Here's another hit. Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds. Oh yeah, I guess Barry Bonds was playing at the time. Huh?
And interesting too, in that same year, the Giants were also the wild card team.
That's pretty cool. 2 wild card teams.
A World Series of teams that shouldn't even be there.
I mean, outside of Barry Bonds, why would anybody want to watch that World Series?
Are you David Eckstein, who's fucking married to like the voice actress of Ahsoka? Are you stupid?
Okay, yeah, but people.
John Lackey, one of the fucking like greatest like relief pitchers of all time, like bullpen. Are you kidding me right now?
But amongst like the masses, people aren't really gonna want to watch that game at that time, except for Barry Bonds, because he was such a big hitter.
That's wild. You're saying wild things right now.
It's true though. It's true. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. Tell all your friends. Episode 400, we did it. And we're going to go for another 400 episodes, maybe, possibly, probably. Who knows at this point? It's good. Thank you all for listening. And that's it. That's all.